Good morning, hello and how are you? I'm just fine, and I hope that you are too. Good morning. We are going to do our calendar. We always start with our calendar. Let's sing the months of the year song, and when we get to our month, do your jazz hands. January, February, March, and April, May, and June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. May is our month. Yesterday was May 13th. What comes after 13? Do you know? I'm going to write it and show you and see if you can read this number. After 13 comes 14. Today is May 14th. Yesterday was that's today, sorry. Yesterday was Wednesday, and after Wednesday comes Thursday. When T and H are next to each other, they make the sound Thursday. Our year, 2020. All right, our whole date. Today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. Let's say our season poem to find out what season we are in. Winter, spring, summer, fall. The seasons go around. We are in the season of spring. And what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it rainy out today? Right now, the sky that I see is all white, covered in clouds. Okay. So I received these special cards as a present. They're called Mindful Kid cards. Oh, hi, Clove. She was just stopping by to give a kiss. So we're going to do these Mindful Kid activities sometimes during circle. So in the box, there are many cards, and each card has a different activity. So let's see, I'm going to pick the card on the top. This activity, move closer so you can see, this activity is called Fearless Feather. So, Fearless Feather is a mantra activity. A mantra is something that you can say to yourself, either in your head or out loud, when you need some support or to remind yourself of something. So, I'm going to teach you how to do Fearless Feather. All right. First, make sure you're sitting comfortably. You might want to sit on your knees or sit crisscross, or you might want to lay down or stand or sit in a chair, or any way you can think of as long as you're comfortable. Okay. Make your back nice and straight. Okay, let's take some deep breaths together first. We're going to inhale through our nose. Exhale through our mouth. Do that again. This time, let's inhale and exhale through our nose. One more. Okay. This time, I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And when we exhale, we're going to say, I am brave. So we're going to take a breath in. I am brave. Let's do that 2 more times. I am brave. Last time. I am brave. What makes you feel brave today? Think about why you feel like you are brave. I feel like I'm brave because I've done things that were really hard before that I didn't want to do, and I feel like I became braver by doing them. When you feel brave, what does that look like? When I'm feeling brave, I feel like I stand very tall and I have maybe a serious look on my face. But maybe you being brave might look different. And when you don't feel brave, when you're feeling nervous or scared, what can you do? Maybe you could talk to somebody, or maybe you could play a game where you pretend like you're a superhero, and maybe that will make you feel brave. And now we know when we're feeling like we need to be brave, we can do our fearless feather breath. So we take a deep breath in, exhale, and remind yourself, I am brave. I am brave. You are brave. We can all be brave. So now that you know the fearless feather mantra, I hope that you'll remember to use it when you're feeling nervous or scared. All right. Now we're going to do our sign language. We are just learning so many letters. Still haven't learned the whole alphabet yet, though. Okay, let's practice what we know. A, B, K, D, E, G, I, J, K, U, N. And today's letter is A. Look, they look the same. They're both circles. A. Okay. I had an awe, a bouncing letter A. It was an octopus, wiggling to and fro. She said, hop on! So I jumped on her back and fed her an olive as a snack. Okay. A, octopus, on, and olive. I had an awe, a bouncing letter A. It was an octopus, wiggling to and fro. She said, hop on. So I jumped on her back and fed her an olive as a snack. That was sweet. All right, we have been studying North America, and we've been talking about how one of the languages spoken in North America is Spanish. So let's practice counting to 6 in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would you like to learn how to count all the way to 10. I think you're ready. Okay, I'm going to do it first, and then you can follow along when I do it the second time. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. That's 10. Let's count to 10 together. And when we get to 10, we'll switch our view and look at our North America map. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. Here's our North America map again. Before we introduce the new country, let's remember the names of the ones we've already talked about. Greenland, Canada, Mexico, Guatemala, Belize. Today, we're going to talk about this country. This country is located right underneath Belize and Guatemala, and a large part of it borders the Caribbean Sea, and a small part of it borders the Pacific Ocean. This country is called Honduras. Honduras is another beautiful country that's in Central America. Okay, to learn more about Honduras, let's read a book. Honduras by Shira Zwiren. This is Honduras, warm, bright, exciting. Honduras is a country in Central America. More than 8 million people live there. Honduras has many small islands. See, there's Central America where the circle is. And the yellow is where Honduras is. Honduras is very beautiful. Sandy beaches line the coasts. Rivers flow through thick rainforests. Tall mountains rise up in the middle of the country. Most Hondurans live in towns in the mountains. Honduras is home to interesting animals. Monkeys live in rainforests. Sea turtles swim in the sea. The white-tailed deer is the national animal of Honduras. It can leap 30 feet. That is very far. Honduras has a long history. About 2,000 years ago, the Maya people built a huge city called Copan. Today, nobody lives in the city. Scientists study ruins in Copan to learn about the Maya. So these cities were built by the Maya long before anybody had invented big machines. And so the Maya were some of the first to be able to build such interesting structures. They had to be creative and very smart and hardworking to build these without big machines. The Spanish came to Honduras in the 1500s. They ruled for 300 years. They dug mines to look for gold and silver. The Spanish also built forts. In 1821, Hondurans gained their freedom from Spain. Hondurans speak Spanish. This is how you say good morning in Spanish. Buenos dias. This is how you say good night. Buenas noches. Many people in Honduras also speak English. Farmers in Honduras grow food such as bananas and corn. Many foods grown in Honduras are sold in the United States. Farmers also raise cows and sheep. The capital of Honduras is Tegucigalpa. It's also the country's largest city. Many young people go to college in the capital. Most Hondurans are Catholic. As part of their religion, parents choose compadres for their newborn baby. Compadres are godparents. Compadres give guidance to the child as he or she grows up. And this is a picture of a Catholic church in Honduras. Hondurans eat tasty food like tamales. Tamales are made from ground up corn called cornmeal. The cornmeal is stuffed with meat, cheese, or fruit. Then it's wrapped in a banana leaf and cooked. So this is a picture of what a tamale looks like once it's been wrapped in a banana leaf and cooked. Beans and rice is another popular meal. Hondurans celebrate lots of holidays. Independence Day is September 15th. People celebrate their freedom with parades. Christmas is also a big holiday. People set off fireworks on Christmas Eve. Many Hondurans love to play soccer. Almost every town in Honduras has its own soccer team. In Honduras, soccer is called football. The end. Today we're going to learn how to make a special drink that is popular in Honduras. It's called horchata. Horchata is a drink that is popular in many countries around the world, but we're going to use a recipe that's for Honduran horchata. So I have my recipe up on my computer, and I'll be sure to put the recipe in the description below the video if you want to try to make it at your house. So, the first thing I had to do was last night I had to soak 2 cups of rice in 3 cups of water. So that soaked last night. So I used 2 cups of rice and then 3 cups of water. All right, so we soaked that overnight. That was step 1. Now it says to put the rice and the water into the blender. So I'm going to carefully pour this in. Scoop the rest in. Okay, that's most of it. And I need to put in cinnamon. Cinnamon is a very yummy smelling spice. And I need to put in half a teaspoon. So this is a half a teaspoon. Okay, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And now I'm going to blend it. I know that some of you don't like the sound of a blender, so if you want to cover your ears, now is the time to do that because it might get loud. We're going to blend it until it's smooth. Okay, that looks smooth. So now I have this fine strainer over a bowl. I'm going to pour my liquid into the strainer. This is so we don't have any big chunks. It's still kind of chunky. See how the strainer is catching the chunks that are too big to go through? We just want the liquid to go through. This looks yummy. Okay, I'm gonna pour the chunky stuff in the trash can so that I can strain the rest of it. All right. sure smells good. Okay, I think that's most of it. All right. So we've got this, which is our blended and strained soaked rice and cinnamon. We're going to add to this bowl some vanilla extract. This also smells good. We need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. And we need to put in 1/3 cup of sugar. This is a dessert drink, for sure. And if you don't want it to be that sweet, you could put in less. I'm gonna put in a little less. Okay. Maybe a spoon. We're gonna mix that up. Round and around and around and around. So horchata is a drink that you can either pour over ice and drink on a hot day, which is what's normally done in Honduras, or if you live somewhere cold, you could warm it up and drink it as a warm drink. Since today's going to be a warm day here, I think we're going to drink it as a cold drink. So I would recommend using a bigger bowl than I use so that you can mix it a little better. This bowl is a little bit small, but that's going to do for now. And then I have a big container to pour it into. Because we need to add some more water. We need to add 3 more cups of water. So let's count in Spanish. Uno. Oh. I need to be more careful, don't I? Dos. Maybe I'll pour it into this bowl. Okay. Tres. Uno, dos, tres. That's 3 in Spanish. 3 cups of water. And then mix it a little more. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Okay, and if you have ice cubes at your house, you could put ice cubes in a cup and pour it over. I don't have any ice cubes, so I'm just gonna drink it like this. Let's see how it tastes. That is delicious. I hope you enjoy your horchata if you choose to make some. And to say goodbye today, let's say goodbye in Spanish. Do you remember how to do that? We say adios. Ready? Count to 3 in Spanish, and then we'll say goodbye in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. Adios.